To the historic decision by the U.S. Supreme Court today, same-sex marriage already legal in the tri-state area, but now those marriages mean more to many couples. They are legal and must be recognized in all 50 states. Celebrations erupted outside the Supreme Court building in Washington following the ruling. They continue tonight in Greenwich Village. Here's a live look at the Stonewall Inn, what's known as the birthplace of the gay rights movement. CBS 2's Jessica Schneider here now with decision and reaction. Jessica.
Well, Dana, a lot of celebrations tonight, but also some strong voices slamming what's described as the overreaching Supreme Court, saying this was too big of a decision for 9 individuals to make. It is where the gay rights movement began, so tonight the celebration has taken over the Stonewall Inn in Greenwich Village as another milestone is marked.
So this is an amazing time for everyone, I think for the country as a whole.
The Supreme Court split 5-4 in this decision. Swing vote Anthony Kennedy writing for the majority. No union is more profound than marriage, for it embodies the highest ideals of love, fidelity, devotion, sacrifice, and family. The challengers ask for equal dignity in the eyes of the law. The Constitution grants them that right. The 4 conservative justices each issued their own dissents, which is rare. Justice Antonin Scalia slammed the overreaching of the majority. Today's decree says that my ruler and the ruler of 320 million Americans coast to coast is a majority of the 9 lawyers on the Supreme Court. Ahead of his presidential announcement next week, Governor Christie voiced his opposition to the decision.
I think this is something that should be decided by the people of each state and not imposed upon them by a group of lawyers sitting in black robes at the U.S. Supreme Court.
The U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops said this decision will damage families. Mandating marriage redefinition across the country is a tragic error that harms the common good and most vulnerable among us, especially children. The law has a duty to support every child's basic right to be raised, where possible, by his or her married mother and father in a stable home. But the critics couldn't dampen the spirit outside the Supreme Court. President Obama even called the lead plaintiff, James Obergefell, to congratulate him.
I just want to say congratulations. Your leadership on this, has changed the country.
I really appreciate that, Mr. President.
This decision affirms what millions of Americans already believe in their hearts. When all Americans are treated as equal, we are all more free.
Same-sex marriage has been legal for several years in New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. But with the court clearing the way for same-sex marriages nationwide, it will guarantee that the unions are recognized everywhere rather than disappearing when couples cross state lines. And the decision itself indicates that the ruling takes effect immediately, but officials in some states say they will wait until a few more procedural hurdles are cleared to actually begin these same-sex marriages.